Ati for our cover about the Likee TV and so no message and no watch and so no hit the man no subscribe. No like some drop in the latest news to be our budget brand also on sa etimi akabi. Na ye bobra in 7 man na the latest news are eti for etimi abebomo. Ye bobra man not just say Afenyo Markins ho ya chire. Yes, Afenyo Markins ni some NPP officials no reporting sakans and where ye bechibi. Nina the first claim on mobile press conference at the beto national securities no so no eti for a net day make us in summer beto JHS and where these people will be arrested. Chance the false claims against the national security no. Now me pese ye borrow here in some no because what Ghanaians are waiting for no say a yabem ya bad they can be no ye the moon a bebremo.
Persons under the previous government before court. It is investigation state. Ada Richard Japamuko ye. Womo amuobi kanofori ataba bi ama mekase womo ba homa bono. Watchman bi ankasa na security man bi odira gate ankasa womo ba womo bu punu nani. Ene womo wura mu, ene womo ye de womo pe. Owura adi sinfie, adi senya nkasa ye, ne yire nkasa ye. Apenyo ma kene ne nkrofo nya adi sen lawyers. So why are we making investigative process look as if it's some criminal style? It shouldn't have happened in the first place. And I'm giving them the assurance that they, including some of the people who are standing at the press conference, they will be arrested. Very soon we'll reach there. So they should relax. That mandate of Ghanaians voting and thinking that there should be accountability, that mandate will be executed. There's no noise from the minority that will stop it. They are in this country. If you know you haven't committed a crime, stay in this country and let us move on.
Judiciary and we say wunyi wama so na wama wo kase ana ususu se wama bo ma ekro ni ekwa na de omeko eje no so
Me say government will have nearly 2 months or 3 months. So I'm really wondering why the minority will be making noise. Because the mandate given to us is 4 years. The year Jumana Ghana 4, and who say, oh, they will go and vote for NDC again. And why are they making noise when it is just 3 months? They think that because they have failed, NDC must necessarily fail. You see, if you have people whose thinking process is like this, they cannot be part of nation building. The current setup of the minority in parliament cannot be brought closer to nation building because their mindset is to set the government up to fail. Their mindset is to say that because our government has failed 38%, it has never happened in this country. 38%. And Ukraino, I'm saying the mensa the big 38% too. This level of rejection, a vote of no confidence.
38% in a gazetted results when are okay. Because gazetted results are minimum a year 41% and yet 38.
Yeah, and him say 38%. Now, one more it is because one, the NPP formed a government led by President Akufo-Addo. That government defrauded the people of this country. That government was enjoying when the ordinary Ghanaian was suffering. That government deceived the people of this country. That government told Ghanaians that we'll build new schools. They didn't have intention of building schools. That government told Ghanaians who were dying of disease and sickness that we'll build new hospitals when they didn't have the intention of building hospitals. That government took loans to construct and develop the nation, and the money didn't go into the projects for which they took the loans. That was the cause of the defeat of the NPP. So what the minority in parliament is seeking to do is to pull down the government, hold the leg of the government, not to be able to, as it were, save the people of this country from the suffering they have endured from 8 years. Look, as I'm speaking to you this morning, President Mahama is the president of Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
He is not a president for NDC alone. He's a president that must create a nation's wealth that will benefit NPP, NDC, CPP. Majority, in fact, every single Ghanaian, President Mahama is their president. So when you have a group of people in the minority thinking that the government must fail, when the government fails, at the end of the day, Afenyo Markins is a businessman. All this noise he's making is not in the interest of NPP. Is to his own, is to say that he's a voice in the NPP when he is not a good voice. So what they are here. When the NDC fails, the taxpayer, the teacher, the nurse, the charcoal burner, the market woman, they are the victims of a failure of a government. So kwa talk seminar edi akosi untadia magari minim se obusie musika o ha me de me free ohia headquarters. I know what poverty is. Se koto seminar no akoma me akoto mbidie na ontimi mpesika no koto seminar ye mbisa no so ye NDC ni ana o ye NPP ni. That poor woman is an ordinary Ghanaian who is going to bear the brunt of a government failure because politicians have decided that a very good government should fail. I was thinking the minority will admit that yes, our government has failed on a number of things that Ghanaians were expecting. If we have a new government, let's give that government some space to create the opportunity for all Ghanaians to prosper. Let's give that government a breathing space to at least establish itself. Don't you think that the misbehavior by these MPs of minority in parliament is uncalled for and to some extent very unnecessary for a government that is less than 3 months? You think that you must do everything possible to pull down the government on radio, on TV, on the faces of the camera, when millions of Ghanaians are still suffering in the villages? Don't you think so? And a soldier for they had to go to the north to go and look for food. How did we get to the place where a whole government has been in power for 8 years? Less than 2 months, we can't feed military people because we owe over 270 million. How did we get there? How did we get to the place? Look, this ECG matter. I have told the National Security Coordinator that I don't believe that what is happening with the ECG is scientific. The security agencies should get involved in the ECG. Any engineer that is found not doing his work, he should be sacked because the problem is artificial. Because light in the doom, you say, NDC in the doom, no, and NPP in the see and a light in the hall. Ghana need fear and a light anyhow. Abofra or that hospital, oxygen, 18 so, see a doom lighter, Abofra and Obehu, Yemita, so your NDC and now your NPP. We can't politicize everything, even if it doesn't make sense. We can't. And majority, some of you must begin to use the opportunity God has given you to educate the public and for us to build a country and not political parties. You understand? We sat in this country saying, what accumulated debt? Go to the state agencies and find out the amount of debt MPP for Jaegu. The amount of expenditures that they have left. So when the government is maneuvering one to form itself, to try and solve the problems you have left, All you are doing is to find a way of pulling the government down so that there can be equalization. Say, oh, NPP has failed, NDC too has failed. They are all the same. We will not allow anybody to succeed in doing that. That will not be allowed to happen in this country. Say you have lost power, you go and concern yourself. Most of the ministers in the minority were the same ministers who have perpetrated a lot of financial crime in this country.
But Mustafa, answer me, Janwe. Say, what can minority for no person
go to Port and Harbour, go to Gapua. Nation Sikadodua, your father called transport ministry. You can't see the Buankra project.
No problem.
Go and find out where the money is.
Maybe Buankra project in the crowd. Me and my brother, a part of the engineers, sir. One more a year where you mind. You know how you speak, but where there may be sound, say, Obia Sikadodua. Na one farm fakwan papa soa. We are looking up to your government, as you have said. Say, Obeji says Canada more mine. Sana Ghana for you trade free muho. Eti kasatiti ni na kwaso amanfo fia wamubowura. Their working class dress rehearsals. 80 meaning say more eba. Na yen we say ampa SMS where this has been established. Yeji says the Kanama or mine on Amrabin in Bedia, then in the dia. Don't you think say Ghanaians will be disappointed in you?
Look, criminals are the most smartest people, but God won't allow them to go scot-free. Let me tell you, a lot of President Akufo-Addo's former appointees are holding wealth that they don't deserve to hold. We all know that, and you know that, and I know that. You know that, and I know that. Number two, that is why I'm saying that we should relax and allow the security agencies to do their work. We cannot have a situation that when national security goes to somebody's house to execute a lawful exercise, we are making noise about it, only to come back and realize that, oh, yeah, really, how is it possible that a man will be sitting in his house and spying on a government institution? And when they go and they destroy that, most people think that, oh, that was Addis and Nifie cameras, and Omako said because of the operation they were carrying out. So now we are here. And the evidence suggests that all those people who said that were wrong. And yes, now the movie is going to start.
Okay.
Because the government is yet to set up itself properly. So when the government finishes setting up properly, the real movie will start. All
right. Okay.
It doesn't matter what it takes. They will refund the money. And then what year national service year said you mean about gift the heady or the aquaswan soldier or no quan. They should ask Asibe, National Service Director. They should ask him. Hey, Magari, what do you mean to do?
For your intini, you
hear of it, you collapse.
And that is what Ghanaians, they are Ghana for you can say Mobayama and no.
So you should support the government to do that because it's a mandate from the people of Ghana. So when you have minority in parliament thinking that, oh, election is coming, they will contest again, we shouldn't let it appear as if NPP is so weak. Let us make the government unpopular. Let us attack the government so that the government will fail to do what it has to do. And it's a crime. It's a crime. Look, we have told any NDC minister who failed to investigate his ministry and let Ghanaians know, it means that appointee himself is planning to steal. Because a lot of things have occurred.
Okay.
Any appointee who goes and fall in love with President Akufo-Addo's appointees and thinking that he or she can shield the wrongdoing, we will expose the appointee ourselves.
All right.
Because we didn't hate President Akufo-Addo. we believe that there was some wrongdoing. That wrongdoing must be spoken to. We must be seen dealing with that wrongdoing.
Okay, Mustafa, Medan Sena, we share minority for Juma one more year. For the first time, Shebrea or Mampenny Ebobo na Swafudi. One more formal appointment committee, Sabrino. Na committees akodwa ewo Ghana mrache with your few hono. Na one more form you. But one more tiase say without the committees, because there are committees and one more na aya one more independent be free mo, one more babe ye vetting. But one more etiasia for more consensus. No more pa any year and cannot etiasia for more that consensus to vet the ministers. Say amemuni bekoso in 10 terms wana.
Okay, prioritization of issues confronting nation. The minority are penalty and vetting. So they have contributed to nation building. And
I say there be suppose they say one more yin to me, one more chain, massage committees and will be formed. And sana appointment committee na say yejuma. Again delay the process of the government.
That is not strange. When NDC was in power, there were some things that were sent to Parliament. The party said, minority at the time don't agree. The MPs said that, look, in the interest of conducting government business and parliamentary relationship, we're going to support the government to go ahead. Did that take out the issue that the government wasn't corrupt? It didn't deal with that. Did that resolve issues of anger in the country? It didn't resolve that. And you got parliamentary understanding and compromise in terms of relationship building. Now you're setting up committees. I'm saying that there are other issues they are doing deliberately to pull down the government, to equalize their failure to President Mahama's government, and won't allow that to stand. One of such issues is to shield persons who are under lawful investigation.
Okay.
Two, Asante region, a dialogue, post-budget dialogue. The only reason they are doing that, and when I look at the list,